Hey everybody, I hope this one works. I was told a while ago that it didn't work. That my last didn't work. It was buffering too much for you guys. Excuse me, I'm all kind of dirty. I've been working all morning and I just wanted to come back on here because the last time I was on here, uh, I was kind of mad, but I was controlled mad. So anyhow, I am here live right now, and I just wanted to see if maybe you guys can see this one, and hopefully you can. Anyhow, I'm trying to learn. Bear with me. I'm really learning, trying to learn how to do all this stuff, this live stream stuff, and then it's I got to put it on there. Perfect. I see you, Reagan. Reagan. Um, you're gonna have to teach me how to. Is that Reagan? Regan or Reagan? Regan. See that? I hate that when that keeps coming off there. There. Okay, so anyhow, here I am. I'm at this. Hey, good evening, Esau. I see you there. I'm in a pretty good mood this day. Earlier today it was kind of bad though, man. I was a tough day. But anyway, I wanted to show you. I'm this here is this is in the backyard of my one of my customers that I've been doing for ever. Her name is Little Miss Vivian. She she is. I'm gonna click you over to see this plant. You got to look at this. Dang it! Now I'm forgetting the name of the plant again. Lilac bush. There. Can you see that? Can you guys see that lilac bush? See that purple, that kind of a purple color? Can you see that? Is it working good? The live stream's working? Yep, I see it. Can you guys see that lilac bush? I have to keep touching that thing. It keeps going out there, so I'm reading it. Okay, so this here is this lilac bush is old. This whole yard is like it's got to be 100 years old because I've been doing this yard for 20 years. And this little woman here, her name's Little Miss Vivian. Um, she's Armenian. Armenian. They're kind of a break off of the Jewish people from Turkey. She speaks Armenian. I don't speak Armenian, so I don't know. Not. But anyway, so that's that. And I just had to show you this because everything's in bloom here. And everything's starting to come in bloom. All these pisporum, those mock orange right there, those are the Tubira dwarf, but those are big. Everything here is big, and so everything's coming in bloom here in Modesto because the spring's here now, and I hope you guys can see this. I just pruned the snot out of this backyard this morning. So, hey Stephanie, I see you there. Thank you for joining us. Hey Renee, I see you there too. I'm just showing you guys some of my work. This is what I do. This is what I do for a living. I've been doing this since I was about 10. Hey, Griff, I see you there. So I've been doing this work since I was about 10. I'm 54, so you do the math. I don't even want to add how many years I've done this. But I started out doing this when I was a little kid mowing little old ladies' yards, and now I'm back to doing little old lady yards. And so there's the Laura petalums. They're in bloom. See those? Those are so beautiful. I love that. I love to do a lot of my landscapes. I like to do a lot of them with a lot of bronze and some yellows, that really pops out. And these here Laura petalums are beautiful right now. They're in bloom right now. And that's an orange tree right there. In fact, that orange tree right there, I mean, no, it's not orange, just a lemon tree. I'm not kidding. This dude had some lemons on it that were bigger than grapefruits. In fact, I thought I'd got, because I planted that tree. I thought that I got the wrong tree. They were huge, man. Those suckers were huge. But anyway, so I just wanted to kind of live stream a little bit today and kind of come back up on here and tell you, show you a little bit about what I'm doing and stuff. Excuse the mess. I haven't blown this place off. It's messy. I pruned the snot. I just did all these bushes. I pruned them all this morning for her and the hedge and all that stuff. And I wanted to show you some pavers that I installed. I installed these pavers, and Timmy, he used to come over here. All these pavers all the way down through there. That's called the Travestine look. me and Timmy, he'd come over here, he'd call me and he'd say, "It's 50s in Colorado. It's probably 61 here, cloudy. I'm feeling a few raindrops." But Tim, he'd call me. I call him Chimo. He's my little Chimo. He'd always call me up during the day when his day's off, and he'd say, "Dad, where you at? I want to come have lunch with you." And he'd fly up here on his motorcycle, and he'd come over here and when I was putting these in, and we'd stand here, and he helped a little bit on it. I did all this myself. Put all these in here myself. Can you see these good? Are you guys seeing all this really good? Because I'm reading this down. Okay, good. Yeah, this is called the Travis Dean look, and it started out. This was all mud through here, and so she came out and she said, "Joey, can we do something about all that mud over there?" I said, "Yeah, man, I'm getting tired of walking through it every time it rains too." And so I ended up putting these pavers in for her. It took me about a month to do this job, and it stops there. We were gonna go all the way to the front there. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to come in here. We started out doing this back when let me flip it back around. You're probably tired of looking at that. There. So I hope this is working. I'm keeping an eye on this Regan. Regan. I hope I get it right. But hey, I'm keeping an eye on this screen here, making sure that I can see. And I'm walking slower. I'm not doing fast. I get going so fast sometimes. I talk too fast, and I get tongue tied sometimes. But my mind goes fast. But anyway, so back to Timmy. He's my Chimo. I call him. He was always my Chimo. I don't know this is gonna bring him back, but started out in September back when this all happened. Is like, no way. You're telling me my son did this stuff. I know my son didn't do this stuff. I know he didn't break in no houses. He didn't grab no knives and come after people and stuff like that. I know he didn't do that. Just Tim. I've showed you a lot about Tim, who he is, how he put. He's a football player, wrestler, basketball player. And he had a little yard. He had a yard business too. This is what I taught all my kids. They all know how to do this work, and I always told them, if you ever, get out there in the world, and you can always make money doing this. There's always somebody who wants to do this, and then if you get doing a good job, once you get to be doing a good job, you always have some way of falling back on it and making money. Me, I've been doing it since I was a kid, and I went to school to learn how to paint cars and stuff like that, and I hated that job. It was like going to jail every day. It's like you're in one spot all day long doing the same dang thing. It's like, nah, 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 nah. I like moving around and being free to do what I can do. So anyway, Tim, he'd worked at a place called Cisco. You probably heard of it. Anybody who's in like the management of restaurants and stuff like that, they kind of know what Cisco is. And he worked there before he went to Amazon. And something happened. I don't know. Something happened over there. He'd gotten a pallet jack, ran over somebody's foot, and I guess he ended up getting written up about it, and then he got wrote up and got dismissed. So then he wanted to come help me, and that was cool. I had jobs and stuff, but because back in 2004, I'd gotten really big. I did a lot of Home Depots and a lot of Walmarts and Home Depots, Walmarts, and Lowe's. I was doing all the maintenance for a lot of those places, driving a lot of way, and so I could hire people. But then when we came back down when 2008 happened and the crash came and everybody lost, I lost, and so now I'm just back down to doing back to where I started, but it's more rewarding for me because I have a better relationship with my customers. It's like this lady right here that I'm telling you about, Miss Vivian. She's 92 years old. She's a retired school teacher, and she is just awesome. Can you see this live stream? Are you hearing what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, good. I want to make sure that I'm not, because I did this before and it didn't work. But it says here that yeah, 92-year-old client. Yeah, she's a retired school teacher. She's beat cancer twice. Yeah, she just got through. She'll be turning 93 here in April. And she just now got through beating it again. You know, she's a sweet little lady. She's only about 4 foot tall, maybe 4.5 foot tall. Really cool. She's kind of like a grandma to me. I will have to throw a big party for her. She would like that. Yeah, she would like that. You know, but she's been one of my customers for a long time, and she calls me. She calls me up, and I've done everything for her. See this fence? This big old tall fence right here, all the way around. We built that one winter for her. Built all that. It's so tall back here. I don't want to walk over that. I don't want her to see me video, and she might not like that. But so anyway, I just wanted to come on here and kind of let you kind of know a little bit about who I am, what I do, and what my son's kids do. All my kids did this. They all grew up. When you have a family business, guess what? Your kids are the ones that help you. So they all do it, and none of them do it now. Tim liked it. Tim loved it. In fact, like I shared the other night, when I was ranting and raving, I was kind of a little pissed off, and I go through that. I go through that. I get pissed off, man. But I don't break things anymore. I stopped doing that years ago because you have to replace that stuff, and it costs a lot of money. And so, I don't break things anymore. But so I just kind of thought I'd get on here, and I just want to fill you in on who I am and what I do, and so you don't just see somebody sitting in a house or something like that. And, but I thank you guys for following me on here. We have a lot more work to do, finding out about exactly, because whatever I set out to do, I've already done. From September 4th, after I heard about it, about September 6th, I went to work. I'm trying to figure out what the hell happened. Because you're telling me that my son was one way, and I know he's not. Yeah, Tim is 27 years old. Yeah, he partied. I just watched a video of him last night in Las Vegas, and he was getting spanked by two women in bikinis or something like that on the strip. They were, have to post in pictures so you can see him. I can't post pictures on here, but he loved life. Him and his buddies, they all love life. In fact, one of his buddies that he worked with was on here the other night. His name was Joe Gunn. You've probably seen him on there. On here, he worked with Timmy at Amazon. He hit me up and he told me, he says, "You know what, Mr. Henley, I knew Tim, and I know that what they said wasn't right." He said, "No, that's not Timmy." He said, "No." He goes, "I worked with Timmy." He goes, and Timmy worked at a few different Amazons. Timmy started out the one in Tracy, and that's where Joe works. And Timmy bounced from there because Timmy was the kind of person that's, once he started doing stuff and he learned how to do it, then he did it. And and then in Amazon, they'd have new bosses that would come in, new supervisors. They'd come in and they'd have different ways. And Timmy, he butted heads with those people because they'd always come up to him and try to tell him he was doing something wrong. And he would, and he knew what he was doing. So he'd bumped heads with them. In fact, one time he was about ready to quit. He was so frustrated because he had gotten a new supervisor, and that supervisor had been giving him all kinds of stuff. Tim was getting really pissed off, but Tim never did say anything. He goes, "I never say anything, Dad." He goes, "I just go work hard." He goes, "I just work hard just like you taught me." And, and so I told him, I said, "Well, why don't you transfer?" He said, you know what? Maybe I will. So he transferred to another one. So that's how he ended up meeting different people through Amazon and climbing up the ranks over there. In fact, Tim, he could have been a manager. In fact, I think he was on when he went to Amazon there in Thornton, when they moved him there. That was his plan. His plan was to work there 2 years, get that place going. Then he was going to come back to Modesto and hang out with me for the summer, or a summer, and then he was going to go down to San Diego because one of his buddies that's in the military down there just got married. In fact, that's the video that I showed that I was telling you about. Timmy and his friends, they all went down to Vegas for the man. My mind just went blank. You know what I mean? Before guy get a bachelor party. That's right. They were on the Vegas Strip, Las Vegas Strip, for his bachelor party, and they were walking around, and I could see my son, this big old, I tell it's Tim, and he was having fun. He was having a blast. He always had a blast. So, I'm probably talking circles right now, but I just wanted to come on here and live stream to you people. Thank you for coming on here and following me and giving me your support. I really need it, and this is therapeutic to me to come on here and kind of get things off my chest a little bit, just get things off your chest and talk to people, and and someday maybe I hope I can meet some of you, and it'll be good. Stephanie, I see you on there. Thank you, Renee, for following me. Thank you guys, all you guys. Thank you. Keep me in your prayers, because if you pray, keep me in your prayers, because I can use it daily. And I just want to, I'm doing fine. I'm doing really good. I'm doing better than I thought I'd ever do for a situation like this, because when you're a parent, I mean, there's no instruction book that comes with being a parent. There's none. You just got to learn. And if you grew up like I grew up, my mom and dad, I know they love me and stuff, but they just, my dad and mom split up when I was young, and then my mom, she was young. My mom was only 15 years old when she had me. So my mom was only 15. My mom was 15 years older than me. She was still a kid. So I ended up living with my grandparents, which I got raised really good, because my grandfather taught me the value of working hard. If you want something in life, you have to work for it. You have to earn it. And that's what I taught my kids. I wanted to talk about my daughter, Casey. I had a really good talk with her yesterday. I have other kids, I have six, I raised six of them. Three of them, they were existing, but me and my ex-wife got together. But I raised them. Dustin, he's the oldest. He's probably 30. I think he's 33 now. He was 3 years old. Garrett, he was 2. Casey, she was 18 months. Her and I just had this really cool conversation yesterday. She just called me, and it was really cool because she called me right at the right time too. It was perfect timing. I just got done with one of my yards, and I was fixing to go check my mail. And so she called, and she was upset a little bit, and we started talking a little bit, and I drove, and I had her on video. We do a video chat, and we were talking. So I just set her up on the dash, and we just drove. And it's kind of like she's sitting right there in the truck with me, and we just talk about everything. It's like Casey, she's a beautiful person. She did this video, a song singing, and she's going to do it again, but she did it on Facebook, so I can't put it up on here, but I want to get her to do another one, and I want to send it over here to the YouTube and put it on there so you can see her. She went up and tried out for American Idol. She can really sing. She's got some lungs. That girl can sing. She likes to sing a lot. She did that Adele. You guys all know who Adele is? Anybody know who Adele is? Adele. Anyway, she did a song up there. She tried out for that. But anyway, I had a really good chat with her yesterday. We boo-hooed. We talked about different things, and you know, and she's on board just like I am. You know, her and Timmy. In fact, her out of all the siblings, Casey and Timmy were probably the closest. Even though Timmy and Tommy are twins, but Timmy always hung out with Casey. You know, yeah. So Casey, she's beautiful, beautiful. She has 5 children. She has twins too, Carson and Connor. Those are my grandchildren. Those are cool little dudes, man. I'm telling you, they're cool little dudes. Just go there, get up early in the morning. When she lived here in California, she lives in Texas now, so I don't get to see her and the kids I don't get to see them at all. But I do get to see them on, video chat and stuff like that. And we used to get up early in the morning, me and Lanisa. We'd get up and we'd go down to the donut shop and we'd buy like 2 dozen donuts, man. And we'd go there and call Casey and say, we're on our way. We'd do it on Saturday or Sunday mornings, and we'd go in there and we'd feed them kids all them donuts. They'd be bouncing off the walls, and then we could just go home. So is this video chat working, guys? I want to make sure it's working because the stuff I'm talking about is coming off the top of my head. Excuse me, I'm all messy. Just got done working. Yeah, sugar them up. Sugar them little kids up. Yes, it's awesome. You people are awesome. Do you know that, right? You know that? All you people out there, you're awesome. Awesome people. I don't know why you'd want to hang out with somebody like me. When you'd probably rather look. I'm getting pretty good at this. Watch this. I could switch this around. I'm getting good at this camera. I'm starting to be a pro. I might end up having to go in business doing this stuff. Watch this. Someone flip you around. You can see some bushes. Ta-da! Is that cool? Is that cool? Check out that pruning, man. That guy that does that pruning on them bushes, dude, you need to call him. You need to call that guy. I'm telling you right now, you need to call this guy that can prune them bushes, because look at that. That's almost precise. It's almost precise. There's little round balls and stuff. Get down. I got this new stick pruner. It looks like a weed eater, but it's pruning shears. Awesome tool. Best tool they ever made, for pruning bushes. I just trimmed that right there. That right there is lavender. No, I forget the name of it. It smells really good. People put it in their spaghetti. Forget the name of it right now. Dang it, I know the names of all these plants that I'm forgetting them right now. There's bay leaf tree over there. The Lord Petalums. This is beautiful. Oh, the New Zealand tea tree. Do you guys know what a New Zealand tea tree is? This is the bush. This is the New Zealand bush. See how it's got these little pink flowers that are coming on it right now? See that? Here in about another week, it's going to be just loaded with all these white pink flowers. And this thing smells so freaking good. It kind of smells like a cinnamon. It has a cinnamon smell to it. But anyway, this is, what I'm here. And I wanted to come in here and talk to you people and tell you people who I am, and so that you'll keep following me. All right. So anyway, hey, today's a Friday. Happy Friday to everybody. Hope you have a beautiful weekend. I know me, I have some little jobs that I might do, but this is the last job of maintenance for I usually don't do maintenance on Fridays, but it's springtime and things have been getting around, and I've had a lot of things on my mind, and I just figured I'd just get up this morning and come do this one because I knew I had a lot of extra pruning to do here. But I thank you guys for joining me and spending your afternoon with me right now. And we'll talk soon. We'll chat again soon. I'm going to keep doing these. You guys have a beautiful weekend, all right? And I'll talk to you later. Bye.